Evening, chaps. How you doing? Good evening, Bill and Stuart over on Facebook. How you doing, fellas? And evening, Hugh. Good to see you guys. Hope you're all keeping well. And over on YouTube, we have Moose and Panzer right this minute. The others will be jumping in a minute, no doubt. So we're going to do some spraying today, which will be good. We're going to do the smoke effect on the Lancaster wings. So we're going across here and across there, across there, easy as that. So I'm going to have it here like this so you can see it, why I'm doing it, if I can. I might have to turn it round at times, but that's the plan. So airbrushing smoke effect. Hi Moose, I see you over on Facebook now. Evening Rich. So smoke effect, I'm going to use a white grey, alclad white grey. So it's light, but it's not too light, you know, because it's quite white kind of looking, smoky, whatever. So I'm going to use that, and then I'm going to use some hot metal carbon to do like the black kind of smoky edge effect to it. Is the plan, because on the photos that I was looking at, it's quite a light grey kind of white across the top of the wings and underneath on the black. So we're going to do it in the light white grey and hot metal carbon just to tone it down and make it that nice little browny bit. Cheers Hugh, cheers for popping by fella, all good. Evening Warren, John and Chris. I was just saying to people, we're going to be doing the smoke effect all across the wings. That's my plan for today. Evening Dad, Scaling Models Mike. How you doing? Hope you're feeling better. So I'm going to take my time with it, as you do. And I might have to stand up to get the right angle of what I want to do. So just bear with me as I go along. So I'll show you a little kind of, I have a paint mule, you know, one where you mess about with and practice different things. And I don't know if you can see that, but that's kind of like the smoke effect over here. It's kind of what I'm going for-ish. It's not the right grey and all that, so I've chose a lighter grey to have a play with it. Evening Archie, it's a new one on me. Hi, I'm trying to pronounce your name, pal, sorry about this. Is it Thiago or Duchess? Brazil. How you doing anyway? From Brazil. Good to see you. And another one I can't pronounce. Oh, is that? Sorry, my eyesight is awful on this telephone for the B.III. There we go. And B.III, I think it is. I have to use the old magnifying glass to see my phone. Terrible carry on. So, anyway, back to airbrushing. Just turning that down because I don't want to blast it everywhere. Evening William Rayburn, how are you? So I've turned that down to about it's about 7 psi, something like that. And I use the Grex trigger action. That's the airbrush I use. 0.3 needle. There you go. Nice and comfy. And once you set it at the back, up at the back here. When you adjust that, it stays without messing up. Brad, have you ever built the Airfix P40? P40 in 148? I've not done a P40 in 148. I think I've done a 172, like old one, but not 148. So the old white grey, just a little bit in the cup there. I don't want too much because I don't want to go on it heavy. I want to be out of control the spray pattern, etc. Just going to get my paint mule, make sure my lines are kind of how I want it. Yeah, it's not too bad. No, see, light grey on that. So I'm at about 8 psi, not that, sorry, about 6. And what I'm going to do, first of all, I'm going to make sure that wheel stays on, because it's just clipped on and it's just moved on me. There we go. So I'm just going to move my lamp out of the way, because that's going to crack me in the head. And I need to stand up and do this. Now, I've never done this before, so there's always a first for everything. There's one. You can see that. It looks very bright, but it's not. And this one, it's just short. So when I stop messing up the wheel there, so that's kind of where I'm at the moment. It will get blended in a bit more. Let's unclip these wheels for a minute. They're just going to cause me problems. See when you want a wheel to come off. Right, I just took the wheels off for a minute. Right, we'll try again. What's that? Bill Evans, one of those days, build me another. 1968 was a while ago. Yeah. Evening, Danny and Alan. Seeing what everyone's saying at the same time. Feeling great. Constipation. Concentration. Constipation. Evening, Andy. How are you? You know what it is? I don't, this is the bit where if you're not too careful, it's quite easy to mess up the model. Yeah. So I've got it like that at the moment, which is fine. So now the harder bit is getting these bits done, because you've got to come along the side there as as well as down. Like that. And that one, just a little one. I'm going to do the same in there. And that one there. Now the good thing is, if I mess up the underneath, I can easily sort it out by just going over it black again. But hopefully that won't be necessary. So I've never done this kind of thing before. I have read about it. So hopefully, once it's got the rest of it, we should be good. Will your Lancaster have the invasion stripes? No, mate, this one doesn't have the invasion stripes on it. This is my first Lancaster, and I want to have a play with it. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm good, thanks, Andy. Yeah, not bad, mate. So I'm just blowing that out, but I don't want to clean the airbrush out. Might be a video, Mayhem Model Works might be an intro video coming up in the next 48 hours or so. Good, man. If anyone's on YouTube, especially the ones watching on Facebook, you look up Mayhem Model Works, it should be good. And Scaly Models and Festa 67's workshop. There's quite a few. I think Archie, I think you've got one too, haven't you? Common Road Junction. So, black watery smoke. It's one of the hot metal colours that Alclad do. And I'm going to turn it right down. It's very thin because it's a hot metal. Like when you're doing the burnt kind of the hot metal blue and the sepia and all that, like when you do that on an exhaust like I did on my police Harley, then the hot metals you use, you build up the layers very slowly. So I'm kind of just feathering it all now. And I'm actually going on the exhaust stacks a little bit as well with it. I'll do one wing and then I'll show you what I've done. And you'll get the gist of what I did and why I did it. Because it tones down the light grey and feathers the edge. Right. So we've gone from that, like that, to that kind of smoky. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it's toned it right down. Just going over the top of it and then blending in the edges. It looks much better in the eye, by the eye. Oh yeah, the ice cream van. Let's get the windows open a little. I just realised what you're on about. I think you must be going on about 99. You don't just get ice creams in our ice cream vans. Our ice cream vans sell everything. Cigarettes, a lot. They don't even call them ice cream vans up here. They call them tally vans. Well, do you know what? It's hard for you to see on the camera, but I'm really pleased with that. It's just toning it down. Because it's clear, it works really well. I don't know how well you can see that, but it goes right back to the back of the fin there. So, just gonna tone down the sides there. Did I say Taliban? Taliban. That's what they call them here in Scotland. So I'm just going to do the same on the black under here, because it is a slightly different tone with this. And it just neatens it up. I tell you what, the ice cream vans around here, they're more like Buster Edwards. If anyone knows who that is. And no, I don't mean Phil Collins, or someone says it. Now, have a little looky-loo at that now, see what it looks like. So you've hardly used any of this either. There's still loads in the bottle there. It's just a dribble I've used of it. You don't use much with Alclads. It's really good. Right, give that a quick clean out. All bit, turn the pressure up. Hi Wendy, how are you? Evening Graham. Good to see you. All good. So just give you our airbrush a clean out. And then we can start maybe playing with some washes. Yeah. Right. You can shut up. There you go. I can get this without breaking anything again. So there's a underneath kind of bits on there, and the bits I'm proud of. And then there, kind of, you can see where the black goes to the back there when I hold it at that angle. And the outboard ones, the outer ones, these ones here, the two outer ones, these very end ones, they're always shorter than the rest. I think it's because it's from the wind, from the side of the wings and everything. I don't know, I'm probably wrong, but them ones are always slightly shorter than the rest. So good stuff, Sarah. You'll be alright in 48 hours. But it's great because on the side there now, I don't know if you can see that, but you can't really see because of the light, but the lighting don't help. I'll try and get a photo afterwards once we're done today. Hi Lynn, how you doing? Good to see you. My jag was fine. The first day was fine. The next day I felt like I'd been beaten up with a baseball bat. And then 48 hours later I was fine again. So, right. So, what we want is kind of a right. So I'm going to play around with these. I've got one for, there's one bottle that's for black camo, which I'm going to use underneath. This one here. This one is for black camo. And there should be one here for green, winter camo, sand and desert, grey and blue, brown and green. There you go, brown and green camo one. Yeah. So I suppose the first thing I really should do is quickly just protect that, because we don't want to ruin it. The good thing with the washes are, if you make a mistake, you can wipe it off and start again. Right, I'm just going to give that a coat of aqua gloss. I know it'll end up glossy, which is fine, because by the time I'm done, it will all get matte coated when I'm finished. I'll give it an aqua gloss for now. Last thing you want to do is start putting a wash on and then ruin all what you've just done. So Yeah. So while that's drying, I'll do the wash. I'll start the wash on the rear. That's drying off. I'll just clean out the old airbrush. I actually forgot to switch her on. I'm surprised there was enough air in it. Do. Right, washes. I want an old brush. Something like that. And I want the black and green one. Hi Colin, how are you? Yeah. So, washes. While that's all drying, I'm going to put my lamp on for a second so I can see what I'm doing. And what I'm doing, I'm just going to put that on there quite liberally, like that. Which looks a bit shocking. Like so. And then, oh, I ain't brought I ain't got a little pot. Oh, there you go. Right. See, the good thing having the missus is stuck in here. I can just nick a bit of her pot. Right, now that's just water in there. I know it's enamel based, but I tried this the other day and it worked a treat. So, rubbing that like that. Just got to hold it up properly. Starts to get most of that off. So, try that. And then, where did I put that? It's in there somewhere. I'm going to do that. I don't know what I've done with it now. Use that one. Get a wee rub. Ah. Like so. So, on there. Yeah. Okay. It's not worked so well. I think the stuff I used is just a little bit too strong. It's not a problem. Nothing that can't be sorted. Like that. Right, so I need to see if I can find a little bit better thinners than what I've got there. But that just shows you, even if you get a little thing like that happen, it's not the end of the world. It's fixable. Evening, Richard. Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. Even better if I could find the right thinners. Oh, we'll try again on the other one. I'm glad I did it there and not on the wing, or I would have cried. I'll get that thinners out of the way, because that one's no good. Too strong. Worked really well as well, just that little tiny bit with the paint. Right, thinners. Just get some thinners. Keep the thinners. Yeah. That should do it. Sorted. We should try this one. Trial and error, you know. I've not used it, so we shall try on the other side. Like so. We'll try this other stuff. Learn from your mistakes, so I'm happy with that. That's good. It's good when you get the right thinners. You probably won't notice it very much at the moment. Definitely picked out the details in that rear fin there. Now the scary bit. Actually going on the whole plane. I'm just going to do a bit at a time, so I get control of what I'm doing. Lovely job. Do you like the way that's coming out? You can't really see, but it's come out really cool. Yeah. Yes, Lynn, is the answer to that. I am now, as they say in Scotland, in the house. Hi Annette, how are you? Got grounded. Something like that. Bread's nice and warm now without having to keep putting loads of wood on the fire. That's what that is. I'm now in the house with a coffee machine and everything. So I've kind of gone up in the world a little. Now, you can't really see, but I can see, and that has picked out all them little panels just subtly, which is really cool. I'm good, thanks, Annette. Yeah, not bad. Just playing Wreck-A Model. A bit like Whack-A-Mole, but Wreck-A Model. Plaster that on there and wipe some of it off. This is where it either works out closer to the bathroom. Yeah, that's it, pretty much. No, I don't know how well you won't see it, I think, but that is made. The wings, that's normally, and that you can't see much difference, but there is. You can see it better by eye than you can on the camera. So you might think, is it worth all that hassle? I think it is. Let's see if we can get the light better. So you can't really see very well, but it has brought out the panel lines there, just subtly, compared to that side where it's not so visible. As you can see that, it's hard to say with these lights, to be honest with you. Not very exciting to watch, but evening Ron should be with me soon, and then it will then be on its way to you and build a tank live. Oh mate. So who was it? Panzer asked me what my next build after the Lancaster was. Well, apparently it's going to be another first for me. I'll have a lot of people probably go, what's he done to that? But according to Ron over on Facebook, my build after the Lancaster is going to be some armour. yet to think what I'm going to do with it, as I've not done a tank at all. Like I said before, a little tiny Saladin. That's as much as I've done armour wise. So hi Edward. Cheers pal. It's getting there. Lots of kitchen cotton buds. Armour, huh? That's going to get me thinking. There we go. So let's tone that bit down. Let's tone that side. I can show you it. I don't know if you'll see that. You can see, just make out, it's a bit wet still, so you won't see it too well. But that's where it's drying. It just shows all the panels there and looks alright. I don't break it. Just tones down the brown as well, which is quite cool. A racing car. No. Oh, Ron has picked a tank. So I'll be doing a tank apparently. It will be much bigger than the small one. It will be 1/35. Yeah. Cheers for that. I can't wait till like the model shows and all that are back on. And I'm going to grab a hold of you, Ron. Do we know what tank yet? He says. Nope. And it'll be a surprise, so I'm not expecting to be told. I think what I will do is that you see once the box arrives, I'll go live before I open the box, so you can see the shock horror on my face when I realise what I've got to do. That will be a shock horror face. It'll be a, oh my gosh. It'll be fine. It'll just be an oh my gosh moment. Oh, Freddie boy, pay attention. Just dip the cotton swab in the wash instead of in the thinners. Very clever thing. Tanker. That's all them fiddly little tracks and all that malarkey. The only thing I think that's good about tanks, off the top of my head, is you don't have to worry about seam lines so much. You can just pretend it's a weld. I learned that. I've seen what the boys do. So, what is that falling down? My spray booth. So I'm going to pop the lid on this because it's just about time anyway. So now I've got all this to do underneath as well on the black camo. So the joys and the fun, but let the light sort itself out. So basically we've kind of got a smoke effect on there on the wings, and a bit of the wash on there as well, get the panel line showing, so it looks like that when it's flying. It's a bit shiny, but it'll get matte coated at the end. So that's for the light grey, and then the burnt carbon, and then the white smoke underneath and up the side of the engines there, just so Ron can see as well. And that is about where we're at. But all good fun, as they say. One, ink, like that. So there we go. Might see it better on this picture. You see that now? How it's feathered, the light grey, and then it's feathered in to go along the top of the wing there, and goes right to the back with the burnt carbon either side. So light grey first and then burnt carbon to blend it in without breaking it, that is. I'll end up knocking them Bombay doors off again, I know it. Before I'm finished, them Bombay doors will fall off again. That's for sure. Ron, the Lancaster looks great, mate. Cheers, pal. It's the first time I've ever tried doing that. I did do a little bit of research into colours and whatnot. Cheers, Panzer. Thanks, Colin. Yeah, like I say, it's the first. But I looked into it and I saw that they were using like a light grey and then like a smoke effect. So in the Alclad version, I used the white grey and then the burnt carbon, because the burnt carbon's great for that kind of, because it's thin. You can just build up the layers and build up the layers till you get it how you want it, but blend it in nicely. So there's no ridges or anything like that. So yeah, I'm really pleased how that came out. I was kind of nervous about that because I've never done it before. And of course I'm live as well, so that doesn't help. But you know what? You got to be brave. And I like doing these things live because at the end of the day, if you make a mistake, I can show you how to fix it. So all good fun. So that's it for now. The next one will be on Thursday. Thanks, Hugh. Cheers, pal. Next one will be Thursday, 7 o'clock. And Thursday's obviously Turpit's Day. So that'll be another first because we're going to play around with the deck, try and get some kind of deck finish to the Turpit ship. So we'll be back on that on Thursday like usual at 7 o'clock. Cheers, Mike. Scaly Models. Great job, Fred. Love it. Good man. Cheers, pal. Yeah, so that's it. Take care, fellas. Look after yourself, stay safe and whatnot. And you know where I am if you want me. Just send a little message, say hello, whatever. I'm always about. And I'll see you all on Thursday for a bit of boat fun. Take care, guys. Stay safe. And I shall see you all very soon. Cheers, Lynn. Bye bye for now.